Hello, I'm Dr. Liu. Welcome, Math. Okay, I'll start by reading the whole question aloud. You can pause to answer it on your own first, and then listen to my thinking process if you'd like some extra support. A second grade teacher is introducing students to fractions. The teacher shows a rectangle divided into 4 equal parts, and 2 of them are shaded. Ask students to identify the shaded fraction and explain their answers. After hearing peers, some adjust their fractions correctly, while others remain unsure. Which follow-up activity is most appropriate? A. Grouping students to practice shading and naming fractions together. B. Giving students more challenging problems with mixed numbers. C. Moving on to teaching equivalent fractions since they connect to knowing basic fractions. D. Giving a short quiz to identify who understands fractions title. What is your choice? Here's my thinking process. So the context is that kids are just starting with fractions. They're looking at a rectangle with 2 of the 4 equal parts shaded. Some get it, some don't. So the teacher's next step has to support those who are still unsure, not make things harder. Option A. Grouping students to practice shading and naming fractions together. That sounds really appropriate. It keeps things concrete and visual, and working together gives them another chance to talk and make sense of fractions. I like that. Option B, more challenging problems with mixed numbers. Yeah. Mixed numbers are definitely a later step. If they're struggling with simple halves or fourths, they're not ready for something like 2 and 1/4. That would probably confuse them more. Option C, teaching equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions are important later, but again, if the basic idea of this shaded piece is 1 out of 4 isn't solid, then equivalence is just too abstract too soon. Option D, giving a short quiz. That might tell the teacher who's got it, but it doesn't actually help the students who are struggling. It's more assessment than instruction. So, the most appropriate next activity is definitely A, more group practice shading and naming fractions. And just a test tip, when the scenario describes kids still being unsure, the best answer usually circles back to concrete, hands-on practice at their level, not assessment or harder content. Follow MaMath to enjoy more.